I hate imperialism. I detest colonialism. And I fear the consequences of their last bitter struggle for life. We are determined that our nation, and the world as a whole, shall not be the plaything of one small corner of the world. I don't want to be a dictator, because it is contrary to my own conscience. I am a Democrat, but I don't desire democratic liberalism. On the contrary, I want a guided democracy. I have a conception of my own, which I will put at the disposal of the party leaders if required. Haddo always gave the impression of rain. If I was in a real good mood and full of ideas and then happened to encounter Haddo, I felt I was suddenly surprised by a shower of rain and got wet all over the body. My good mood was gone, and also my ideas. Even if you were a general in 1945, if you split the revolutionary national unity today, if you are an enemy of the main pillars of the revolution today, then you have become a force of reaction. We must all build national unity, build all revolutionary forces, into one powerful wave to sweep away our main enemy, political imperialism and economic imperialism. Where slavery is, there liberty cannot be, and where liberty is, there slavery cannot be. I always start from the stand that it is imperialism that needs us, not we who need the imperialists. Learning without thinking is useless, but thinking without learning is very dangerous. We must have a blueprint not only for a guided economy but for a social order based on justice and ensuring the well-being of the people. I was weaned not on television or Wild West sagas but on stories of nationalism and patriotism. I would sit at my mother's feet by the hour and drink in these exciting tales of the freedom fighters in our family. The sophisticates of Java, the traders of Sumatra, the peasants from the outer islands found no common ground. During siesta time from 1 to 5, the Islamic group met separately, the nationalist group met separately, the Federalist and Unitarians met separately. Like David Copperfield, I was born amidst poverty and grew up in poverty. I did not own shoes. I did not bathe in water from a tap. I did not know about forks and spoons. We are a fighting nation, continually struggling to overcome diseases from within, and to face up to foreign intervention from without. Conquer the thousands of men may not be called a winner, but be able to conquer yourself is called a brilliant conqueror. No one shrieked, "We want Bung Hatta." I did not need him. Just as also I did not need Sharwar, who refused to show himself at the time of the reading of the proclamation. Indeed, I could do it myself, and indeed, I did it alone. Not only should the Indonesian people believe in God, but every Indonesian should believe in his own God. If we truly understand, remember, and love the people of Indonesia, let us accept this principle of social justice, that is, not only political equality, but we must create equality in the economic field, too, which means the best possible well-being. We are not facing great economic difficulties. The Indonesian people are faring reasonably well, just compare us to India or some other countries. It has been the case for some time that I have made myself dizzy thinking about the fact that the implementation of the threefold program of the government, above all in the area of food and clothing, has been experiencing difficulties. 1,000 of old men are just able to dream, but a young man is able to change the world. Independence can only be obtained and secured by a nation that has its spirit raging with determination, independence or death. The defense of the revolution is the defense of the people. This country, the Republic of Indonesia, does not belong to any group, nor to any religion, nor to any ethnic group, nor to any group with customs and traditions, but the property of all of us from Sabang to Merauke. It was the concept of nationalism that Indonesia was established on. Not the Javanese, not the Sumatran, not the Bornean, Sulawesi, Bali or others, but the Indonesian, that together became the foundation of one nationalstaat, nation-state. Insofar as pancasila is concerned, I am only its formulator, a formulator of those feelings which have been present silently in the heart of the Indonesian people. If I am not mistaken, It was a British poet who said that no one is properly dressed unless he wears a smile. The worst cruelty that can be inflicted on a human being is isolation. Reach your ambition as high as the skies. Dream it as high as the skies. Because if you're fell, you're gonna fall among the stars. Which other people in this world stop up holes in their sidewalks with cassava, brothers and sisters? Only Indonesia itself, on account of the abundance of its food. Let us not be bitter about the past, but let us keep our eyes firmly on the future. Am I not peaceful? We want to be free, completely free. Free to be free. We want to be left alone. Rose never propagandize its fragrant, but its own fragrance spreads through its surrounding. There is not one state truly alive if it is not as if a cauldron burns and boils in its representative body, and if there is no clash of convictions in it. To me, both the Declaration of Independence and the Communist Manifesto contain underlying truths, but the West doesn't permit a middle road. We feel free, now we are really self-reliant. This is the great advantage of teaching ourselves to become a free people, no longer one that always asks, aid, please. I am not an economist, I am not a business technician. I am a revolutionary, and I do what is right for an economic revolutionary. Don't ever forget the history. It will make and change who we are. To intoxicate the masses until they were heady with the wine of inspiration was all I lived for. To me, this was elixir. I wax lyrical. I literally am overcome, and this is transmitted to my listeners. Never, ever forget history. Nationalism cannot flower if it does not grow in the garden of internationalism. If I used to say that Indonesia would be free when the corn ripens, I can now say that Indonesia will be free before it blossoms. Do good to another man, even when they do not do you good, another will certainly do good. If there is still shame and fear in one's heart to do good, there will certainly be no progress at all. The principle of building an economy without foreign monopoly capital has become a principle which, for us, is no longer subject to amendment. If some nation says to us, you can have aid, but you have to end confrontation, then I say, go to hell with your aid.